Hi, everybody. Mondion Astral Oracles. The solstice will soon be upon us, and hopefully 2022 is going well for you. My general impression from the collective and from people, and not just my own life, is that things have really been changing, and of course that they have been for a lot of people in these years, but the sense that there has been these crisis energies building up, and disappointment and postponement, and of course it's not always looking bright, but the sense that something has shifted into a more permanent beginning, and that's of course an interesting pivot point to be at. So I'll try to check in with the Arcturians, our friends Umblam and the rest of the 90 Arcturian Council, and let's see what they have to say about these energy updates. And several people have mentioned the sound has been kind of quirky. I don't know. I'm getting a little monotone over here, I think. So I'll try to speak up and hope that it reaches you for now. And thanks for the love and support, guys, and of course especially to my patrons and clients. Much love to all of you, and may all of you have a merry and wonderful 2022 as we move further into it. Much love. Greetings, Earthlings. This is your friend Umlam of the Arcturian Council, enjoying to visit you in this manner a little still. What does this a little still mean? It does not mean that we won't be available for consultation in energy, in dream states, in trance states, in nightly visits, but it means that we will begin to offer you more direct content in the exchange of ideas, in the idea of, well, certain aspects of our understanding of the world being revealed to specific human beings, and allowing for your technology and understanding of your planet to proliferate through that. So this is a way that you can begin to discern that something is happening within you, a shift is taking place. You're gradually experiencing the ideas that are coming to you as more material, more dense, as more promising somehow. You may sense a greater onslaught of ideas in general. That is, if you are especially aligned with mental energies, you may feel that many impulses are flooding into your system. But you may also find that some few of these ideas have a solidity, a crystallization to them, that you may find very compelling, friends, something that you may want to play around with, that you may want to begin to implement. That is, so many of you have been looking for venues where you can feel a sense of purpose and meaning without feeling fear. But notice that these feelings are often intertwined. That is, often the more tragic you experience your stories or plays that you make up simply to experience emotional realities and understand what it means to be a human. The more tragedy you find in these stories, the more meaning you also seem to derive from them. That's not to say that a comedy can make you chuckle or carry a conversation with someone who has also seen that comedy. But it is rarely those things that you return to in those moments where you really need guidance. That is, within the realms of fear and despair, within the realms of negative emotion, you may find the very answers have arisen that guide you out of them. That is, partially, you know of these terms of negative experience, but partially, you may also find that there are new and promising points in your depth of emotion. Within these negative experiences, you have come into a depth of emotion, a type of certitude with the emotional states within yourself that you have lacked in your life so far. We know that many of you are now caught up in implementing new lives, and therefore it can be difficult for you to realize that this change, this shift has indeed taken place. But if you were to go back and examine yourself in the past in any way, you'd see that the certitude was lacking. You'd see that there was less that seemed definite for you. You'd see that you were more willing to compromise. You'd see that you have less faith in reality delivering what it could deliver to you. That is, all these sentiments, all these 5D realities of abundance, of comfort, of, say, emotional security, or less sadness, less bereavedness, more joy. Well, these realities are actually moving into place, and they are moving into place for the collective slowly. But for the individuals tuning into this, many of you are experiencing this as the uplifting moment, the vital pivotal point that will shift you into a new reality. And many of you have been having downtime as a result. We send special love to our friend connected also to our energy, and to our energy also through this vessel, that he may recover from the COVID that has hit him and the family. And we sense that this is illustrative of the shift that so many people who have stayed out of what you knew as fear codes or basic control modalities, what they are experiencing now, that their life has shifted into something positive, then that there may be this slight introduction of something 3D, something from the past, a type of fear or a disease, a type of loss or a grief, a type of choice that needs to be made but cannot be made without the information, it seems. All these things, they are plotting to the emotional depth that you have already grown and developed in your life. And so you will find that the energies of 2022 as they move forward will become more introspective for the people who are tuning into this. That is, you will find that the shifts in the gradual outside world have been more dramatic in the beginning of this year, and then the shifts in the internal world will then be more dramatic in the outset of this year. That is to say, in the period that proceeds from here and until your equinox. From the equinox forward, well, we are happy to predict certain things, but we also sense that you may want some surprises. But we can say that their change energies will again be blossoming up, flowering, or what is that? We are aiming to say. Our friend here asked us, well, they will once again be rising up, these more energies of contrition and strong exchange. That is, from now on, use this time of harvest, this season of harvest, to truly harvest. Know that the energies will be conducive for you to pluck the fruits that you have already planted in the outside world, and to know, to sort, and to keep. That is, harvest, take register of what it is that you're harvesting, and know what to keep, what to eat now, what to throw away, and perhaps what to replant. These are all helpful impulses that you can work around as this auspicious solstice of yours moves into this cycle and tilts the planet again from one side to another. Experience this lullaby that you as a human race are also going through, these circular lines around this radiant sun that warms and comforts you and that nourishes the life forms here. Notice that this is also what you are moving away from, that there is a type of spiral staircase that you are climbing. From every solstice there is a slight increase in consciousness taking place, and at these moments it is quite rife. It is quite evident because so many changes are taking place in your individuals. So do take the time to grieve what you cannot bring into these moments of this future, of this time of harvest. Do take time to grieve the things that left you from the 3D and the people who decided to get off here because their compassion or their love was more needed somewhere else. And we send our love and compassion to that friend who has lost a dear one, a sister, and her family. And we send also the knowledge or the reassurance that these light workers, these beams of light that you have lost to this time, that they are getting off now because energies are changing. And so allow for these energies to work in the way that you have been told that they will work, with higher manifestation, with higher purification, with higher degrees of intent, with higher degrees of release, with love, understanding, and acceptance, but also with definement. With greater light comes greater boundaries between objects, and so know that there is also a tendency now to see definitions very clearly before you begin to move into the warming capacity of the light that unifies life forms in its glow. These are the messages that we wish to give you and send to you as you find yourself experiencing this wonderful wobble of your wonderful home planet. And we, from the 9D Arcturian Council, we send you much consolation, we send you much inspiration. Now, and in the ideas that we extend to you, you can begin to receive them by, for instance, taking and shaping our Vulcan salute, that it is also sometimes known, and applying this to these different points in your forehead. Well, seating one almost as a compass here, the middle joint right in the ridge of your nose, and the others you can circulate and let touch energy points on your skull, allowing it to adjust and come in to receive structurally the energy that we offer, or the energy of other star fellows or guides that you may want to enter in. Anyone who has been in the physical can help you with alignment, and alignment is indeed what you can enter into in this era of physical quietude. Allow yourself to become balanced in this wonderful time of plenty, of growth and of harvest, and allow us to extend our love and support to you, sweet human beings, giving you this tone from our hearts to yours. And allowing for that sound to heal and open us all up to the shared love in this glorious universe. Peace. Nice to check in with those guys, and I do hope you have a glorious solstice out there wherever you may be. Much love.